What's up everybody, Mr. Play Dr. Gaming here, back with another video for y'all today. In today's video, gonna be a short one. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long with this video, but in today's video, I'll be discussing the Marathon Showcase. If you don't know what Marathon is a new extraction shooter developed by Bungie and being published by Sony Interactive. Marathon is a 3v3v3 game. I believe it's 3v3v3 where you and your squad go into a planet, and the main goal of the game is to extract loot before you get killed. So basically it's an extraction shooter. So if you play any game like Escape from Tarkov or Hunt Showdown, you probably be familiar with the formula. You drop into a map, you get a bunch of loot, and you try to get away with the loot. So yeah, it pretty much that type of gameplay. So if you like me and don't like extraction shooters, this game is really not for you. But even other than this game not being for me because I don't like extraction shooters, the way the game kind of look, it look kind of mid. I'll be real with you. Marathon to me really don't look that good of a game, and I hope they ain't trying to charge $70 for Marathon, because to be real with you, this game to me doesn't stream $70. I believe they're gonna sell Marathon for $40. But in my personal opinion, I think Marathon should be somewhere close to like free to play, or at least by like $20. Because realistically, if you look at Marathon, this game look like an indie game. Like, let's face it. Marathon look like an indie game. They don't look to me. This do not look like a PS5 game. It don't really look visually like a PS5 game. The game to me kind of look like I said, it's something you find on the indie market, which is not a bad thing. Get me wrong, it's not a bad thing. This game look like an indie game, but I hope they ain't trying to charge people $70 for this game, because I feel like they try to charge $70, it wouldn't go very well. Even if they charge $40, I don't think it's gonna go very well. But I'm not the only one thinking this, because other people in the gaming space also think Marathon do not look that good as a game. There's a lot of people on Twitter, on YouTube, are kind of divided when it comes to Marathon. A lot of people say they gonna give Marathon a chance, it look kind of cool. Other people are kind of like me, where I just think the game ain't gonna succeed long term. I think the game gonna have like a huge player spike at the beginning and just gonna fall off. Cause realistically, I look at Marathon, I don't really see people playing this game for very long. Especially how the game is. I feel like this game is very squad heavy. So if you ain't pairing up with a friend, or if you ain't pairing up with a friend or a consistent team, you just would not have fun in this game. Cause I feel like in a game like this, the solo experience is gonna be completely horrible. Like this is the reason I don't even like extraction shooters in the first place, because the solo queue experience is just not that good in these types of games. Like, most of the time I'm playing game by myself, so I need a game where it's solo queue friendly, and I feel like Marathon is not that. Me personally, I wish Marathon was more of Halo or arena shooter, but when I'm looking at it now, I feel like Marathon is just not a game that appeals to me. Now, I ain't saying that Marathon's a bad game. I ain't saying that it's gonna flop. But what I'm saying is, I think Marathon would have had more of a chance to succeed if it was a free to play, or if it was like a Halo type game. This is what I wish Marathon was. I wish Marathon was like an Halo type game. I kind of hate that Marathon is a extraction shooter. I wish Bungie would took the DNA of Halo and put it in Marathon. I felt like that would have been way better than what we got, and put in a single player campaign. Honestly, I think that'd been way better than them going the extraction shooter route. Now, like I said, I don't think the game gonna fail, but I think that if I was the creative director of this game, or the person that's making the creative decisions, I would say, hey, let's make this a arena shooter or a Halo type game, or we could have made this like a semi Call of Duty, where it's like an arcade, or like an arcade shooter, whatever, but with like powers and stuff. That's what I wish Marathon was like. But sadly, it's not that. It's an extraction shooter. If you into extraction shooter, you checking this out probably wouldn't be a big deal. But I feel like in the long term, I think Marathon ain't gonna survive. And plus, like I said, I think if you really wanted a good extraction shooter, I feel like people that like extraction shooters are already playing games like Escape from Tarkov or Hunt Showdown. I really don't see none of those people jumping over and saying, hey, we need to play Marathon. No, I think those people will look at Marathon and say, okay, that's cool, and keep on playing either Escape from Tarkov or Hunt Showdown. I really don't see those people actually jumping from their current extraction shooter just to try another one. That's how I see it. But I just think Bungie had not been doing good, and I feel like Marathon their last chance to actually make an impression, or Sony just gonna completely either replace everybody that works at Bungie or just shut down the entire company. Because keep in mind, Sony bought Bungie for $3 billion or million. I don't know if it's a billion, but I believe it was $1 billion. Sony, that's how much Sony paid for Bungie. In my opinion, I don't think Sony be getting their money worth out of Bungie. I think Bungie consistently had not been doing good. Look, if we look at games like Destiny 2, well, that's all we can look at, because Sony actually bought nothing but Destiny when they bought Bungie. And to be honest with you, I don't think Bungie was even worth that much, because the only game Bungie had to their name was Destiny. Other than Destiny, they didn't have nothing. And Marathon is basically Bungie's last attempt to redeem themselves to Sony either completely replace everybody that works at Bungie or just shut down the company. Because real with you, they canceled Destiny 3, which I think that was stupid. Like, why would they cancel? I don't know why they would cancel Destiny 3. I think that was a stupid move. And Bungie's are already like on death's door when it comes to Sony. So Marathon gotta be a home run, and I feel like if Marathon ain't a home run, that could basically spell the end of Bungie. And me personally, I don't really see this game succeeding in the long term. Like I said, it probably do good for a little bit, then that player name will plummet. I just don't see this game keeping a long time consistent player base, especially how the game looks. The game look kind of like an indie game, and it kind of look mid. And to be honest with you, I don't like the whole 3 squad layout where if you die, you lose all your powerful gear. And I don't think that really translates well to a successful game. I don't know. It probably just me. But I kind of got this ability. I ain't gonna try to brag, but I kind of got this ability of playing video games for a long time. I got this ability. I can kind of look at a game and tell when a game is either gonna succeed or when it's gonna fail. And me looking at Marathon, I kind of on the side where I think this game is not gonna do that well. And I can't be wrong. I ain't saying the future set in stone and Marathon is gonna be dead on arrival. But I also don't think this game is gonna do well as Sony wanted it to do. And I felt like Bungie could have spent their time on something else other than Marathon that probably been better for the company in the long run. But anyway, this has been Mr. Play Doctor with this short video. Well, I thought it was a short video. This video 8 minutes, but still, this has been Mr. Play Doctor with another video. See y'all next time. Peace.